Hello again. This is Math 1120 coming to you from the College of DuPage, and the title of this lecture is Statistics, Stem Plots, Histograms, and Measures of Center, and VCM Access Protocols. A lot of times I will encourage you to be an active learner, and that means that you're going to spend some time on this video. At least that's my expectation. All right, so first of all, you're going to be going here. This may not be a hot link and probably isn't, so you should pause the video and write this down so you can do the things I'm asking you to do. This leads you to an index of videos that were made by a consortium called COMAP, which included a company I worked for called Belcor. And the series is called Decisions Through Statistics. This will cover many of the things we will talk about, but not all of the things that we will talk about. The statistical consultant on this was someone from my school, Dr. David Moore, who was a statistician from Purdue, and so please realize that the statistics is very good here, and this is very well produced. And even though some of the videos are old, the math really hasn't changed. And I'm going to suggest that you do watch these more than once when you're preparing so you can take notes and understand. We will expect you to know things from these videos. Once you go to this space, here's what you're going to see. You'll see a collection of 21 videos, and we're going to begin our study with videos 1, 2, 3, and 4. So our expectation is that you have watched these videos, studied them, and perhaps made some notes as you go through, because the expectation is that you're going to know these things. And we'll talk more about this when we get together as the VCM, but this is pre-work that you should be doing. So make sure that you spend some time watching these videos before we meet. Now I'm going to talk a bit about what happens when you go to our VCM site. So when you come to our VCM meeting, and that's going to be on Tuesday, tomorrow I guess, the 26th, you're going to go here. We will be meeting from 6 p.m. to 8:50 p.m. And so what happens is you will go to Blackboard, and this is our Blackboard shell. And you'll go down to the button that says Collaborate Ultra, and you'll punch that button. So Collaborate Ultra gets punched. And that will take you to this space, the white space, and what you get an opportunity to do is to go into the session here. It's an unlocked room, and that means that you can use this for your studies, and Linda and I can use this as well. But this is where you're going to go. So after going to Collaborate Ultra, it will process a bit, and then you will do this. So you will enter our course room. And the screen will look something like this, and you will click Join Course Room, and you will come straight into our course room, the Blackboard Ultra Collaborate Course Room. It will now look something like this. So several things. Here's a screen where Linda and I will be interacting with you, and you'll be interacting with us as well. We will know who's in the room, and there is an opportunity for you to speak. You will have to unmute your microphone. You can show us your picture or an avatar, depending on what you want. This is totally up to you, and you can raise your hand and get called on. There's also a chat room that you can use to write your answers if you don't want to say your answers. Also, although we recommend you be there because then you can ask questions, Linda will record these because you might actually want to look at some of these things again. So these will be recorded and posted on YouTube. And we are going to use, on this first meeting and maybe subsequent meetings, breakout groups. And so we will do breakout groups. Now, what you should do, in addition to watching those videos I recommended, is have answers to the following questions. What is your full name? What do you want to be called? What is something interesting about you? Do you have any questions about this course? And you're to select a reporter from your breakout group, because after we finish the breakout group, you're going to have a readout from the reporter. I will ask the reporter some questions. I'll ask him, who are you? Did you volunteer or not? How were you selected? Who was in your breakout group? And just tell me their first names only. And then I'm going to ask you to report from a vote. Everybody goes in saying something interesting about them. And so what was the most interesting fact about someone in your group? And this is the results of the vote. So you're actually doing something in your breakout group. And then I'm going to ask your reporter, what questions did your group generate? Now, when we go through the readouts of the breakout groups, you don't need to report or repeat, rather, questions that were already asked, but you might have some new ones. So this will allow us to do some question and answer and develop a little bit of community. In closing, now more than ever, time is precious. Each day must count. Do the math. It will make you strong. And now more than ever, take care of yourself and of each other. God bless you all.